Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Caterina, or Cat, and this is Infinite Wellness Within. In today's Pick a Card reading, our topic is springing forward into new beginnings. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that is the only way to book any of my services. If anyone reaches out to you, just know that is not me. Springing forward into new beginnings. Okay, let's see what we have here. I feel we have group number 1, group number 2, and let's take this one for group number 3. Group number 1, you have Firefly, and you also have the Coral Flower. Group number 2, you have Turtle, and you have the Yellow Flower. Group number 3, you have Elk, and you have the Lavender Flower. All right, please take your time choosing your card or cards. And as usual, it's perfectly fine to choose more than one card if you're drawn to more than one. The most important thing is that you listen to your intuition, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the Coral Flower, and your card is Firefly. So anytime I see fireflies, I always think of transformation, new beginnings. Also like hope, but having patience for those transformations to take place. And it's so interesting that you got this card, and our topic today is springing forward into new beginnings, because I feel like your path forward is literally opening up for you. Because if you can see here how, first of all, you have the light, but I'm also seeing it as like a path being opened for you, getting clarity on something. I am also feeling like some of you will be receiving communication about something, and that's going to change things for the better for you. So there's also a sense of like a flash of inspiration, a flash of insight, getting the answers to something, or figuring out the way forward, or having a brilliant idea that just kind of comes to you. So definitely listen to your intuition. I just heard also listen to your dreams, because you might get some kind of signs in your dreams, or even inspiration, something like that. And there is also a sense of, coming out of the darkness into the light. So if you have been in like a holding pattern, or you've been feeling stuck or trapped, or if you've been trying to get something to take off and it hasn't really taken off yet, like an idea that you have or something like that, I feel that all of those things are about to change for you. So that's what I'm seeing here. Definitely a lot of positive things going on with these new beginnings. So let's look at your other cards. What else can you tell us? Okay, and I feel this one. Ground and center. So, this is interesting to me, because here I feel like you are preparing to take off on the broom here, because this is like a witch's oracle. So you have the broom here. But yeah, I feel like you've been in a period of contemplation, or like I said a minute ago, a waiting period. But if you see the energy starting to swirl around you here, and this person looks like they are ready. So with ground and center, I feel like you've done that. I feel like you are grounded, you are centered. And for some of you, Spirit is saying, do this again one more time, because things are going to change for you. So just be prepared. You also have these flowers here, which is making me think of springtime and springing forward. But yeah, it's interesting how you have the swirling energy here, and then you have the energy kind of radiating beyond the firefly here. And I'm also picturing the energy, like you're drawing this energy to you. So if any of you are manifesting changes or anything like that, I feel like this is an excellent time for you to realize those changes and for things to kind of start coming your direction. Affirmation for growth. Wow. So your cards are just so lining up with our topic today and what I've said so far, because you have the new beginning right here. Just, it's like you planted the seeds already, but now is the time for you to start to see that growth happening. So that's pretty amazing. I also feel like you're very protected within these changes that you're going to see pretty soon. And it feels like this is just the beginning for you. So it does feel like whatever these changes are, they're going to be bringing you, the changes are bringing longevity. So there's something about the changes where they're going to be with you for a long time. And it's definitely going to, it's like it brings you other things. There's like longevity with this, but I feel like it grows, and it kind of almost like spokes on a wheel, where you start with the wheel, but then you start putting spokes on the wheel. And so it kind of like branches out into different areas for you, different areas of your life, where it just kind of blossoms into filling up this whole garden here with plants and seeing everything being like really full and lush with, you know, what you're planting here. So yeah, it definitely feels like you have success coming in for you. What can you tell us for group number 1, please? I feel it's these cards here. Soaring into joy, childlike wonder fills my life. Oh my gosh. So this is how you're going to feel. And I just heard some of you are getting, I think it was a phone call, because it was some sort of communication, but it felt like somebody was actually speaking to you. So this could even be in person also. So it seems like there could be a conversation that you have with someone regarding something that's going to be excellent news. And it could be in an email or text message or something like that, or even like a letter. But it was very, very strong that for some of you, this was in person. So if it doesn't happen in person, it could start out with an email or with like a formal letter coming in the mail. And then that leads into a formal conversation in person with someone. But yeah, so there's a couple things going on here. This, whatever this is, and it doesn't necessarily have to be communication with what I'm about to say, but there's something happening here that's going to almost lift you up and put you in a different environment, or lift you up and put you in some sort of advantageous situation where things become easier for you regarding something that you are trying to accomplish or something you are waiting for, something like that. Because there's a sense of being able to move with ease. It just, something becomes much, much easier for you. Being in the flow. I am in the flow of the universe. Yeah, so do you see here how you're in a boat here and you're traveling somewhere? And look at, you have the little light right here too. So this definitely goes along with what I've been saying so far. So yeah, I just see there's some sort of movement, which for some of you, this can be literal movement into, you know, a new cycle of your life, moving somewhere, moving into a new job, moving into a new frame of mind, so that, you know, maybe some of you are creative with the firefly here. So moving into a time of greater creativity, because it could be with whatever, if you do receive communication here, whatever that communication is, it seems to put you at ease where you don't have to worry about something anymore. And then because you don't have to worry about that particular thing, then that puts you in the flow. So being in the flow can be because something is understood now and you don't have to worry about it anymore. It can also mean being in the flow is you have a breakthrough with something, or it could be all of the above, depending on your particular situation. All right, okay, well, I guess you have two. I was only going to take one, but let's see what you have. Number 36, lock. Something is hidden or locked. Yeah, this makes sense because remember how I was saying it's like now there's whatever this is, you can now move freely. So I feel this is where you were, but this is what is changing. Also remember here, I believe I said coming from darkness into light. So it's like you found the key, basically. You found the key that you needed to move forward, and that's why you're soaring into joy. That's why now you're in the flow, because you're no longer locked. All right, so let's look at your second card. Number 26, plot twist, unexpected development. Ooh, interesting. So maybe you didn't expect to spring forward in the way that you do, or you could be getting some unexpected news, something like that. So yeah, I feel this has to do with the key that you're receiving over here. So it could be the way you're receiving the key, or who hands you the key, metaphorically speaking, or something like that. So let's keep this in mind as we go forward. But definitely I see now why you had two cards, because these definitely go together for sure. What else would you like to say to group number 1 today regarding springing forward into new beginnings? Okay, thank you. What else can you tell us today? All right. The Sun card. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's a new beginning for you. I feel like something is being thawed out, because we're going, the topic is springing forward into new beginnings. And so, thinking about springtime. And so going from being kind of in hibernation, like in the winter is how I'm picturing it, to everything thawing out. And now there's movement, now there's growth, and you feel stronger, you feel excited about something. You're absolutely grounded and centered and ready to take on whatever this is that's moving in your favor here. And also, I just feel like you're greatly inspired by something. So some of you are going to have like an amazing idea for a book. I'm seeing for some of you, I'm also seeing someone doing some kind of artwork, like painting or something like that. Yeah. And then others of you are greatly inspired to take action regarding something that you've been hoping to take action toward or with, or, however you want to say it. Yeah, look at, you have the Ace of Wands. This is exactly what I was just talking about. So this is a continuation of what I just said. In fact, I probably would have said a lot of what I just said toward the end of the Sun card here had I pulled this before saying that. So you definitely have a new beginning here. And didn't I say, did I say this? Am I crazy here when I say, because I don't know where it was, but I feel like your path has been opened. I swear I said that over here or somewhere. Like the universe has just opened up this path for you, and now you can go forward. It's almost like there's a door that appears that you didn't expect to be there or something like that. So for some of you, it is going to be surprising. I feel also something that's going to be surprising for you is, it feels like you have been wanting this transformation for quite some time, but it seemed so far away. And then something happens and all of a sudden you're like right here. You see this building right here? So before, I feel like you couldn't even see the building, right? And then something happens and it's like, oh my gosh, it's right there. That's where I need to go. So yeah, something really interesting is happening here. I'm also hearing something about it could be divine timing. It could be being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people at the right time, or connecting with the right people at the right time that helps kind of propel you forward. The Five of Wands. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is your situation was quite tricky. I feel it was kind of like a balancing act between staying focused and staying centered, staying grounded, and not letting your ego get the best of you. So I feel that there is some fear involved, that things were not going to work out in your favor. And I feel that that is definitely justified. I feel like there was something that was either blocking you from moving forward or something that was just a very difficult, tricky energy. However, that's changing. I feel you're getting the upper hand on things. I feel that you are, there's something going on here where you're either very creative in carving your own path, or you're creative in working with what you have, so to speak. But I'm also seeing things coming together here, and I'm seeing you being rewarded for handling the difficult times as well as you did. And then also, if you see right here in the middle, I'm getting that form of communication or something here, because there's two figures here and then this right here. So it almost like feels like some of you are receiving something, which could be a gift, it could be knowledge, it could really be anything. But it feels like this has something to do with changing your situation in a positive way. The Two of Swords, yeah. Yes, this makes so much sense. So this Two of Swords is very grounded, but this Two of Swords also has a lack of movement, like I talked about earlier. And I do feel like you have done a good job with staying centered, staying balanced, like we talked about here with the Five of Wands, while you are waiting for something. And I feel it's very difficult for you to just kind of sit and wait, because I feel that you want to just get going with this process, right? You just want to, because it feels like your life stopped for one reason or another, or at least in this particular aspect of your life. However, you're going to be receiving something that allows you to move forward. And it happens at the perfect time. It's absolutely happening at the perfect time. So the time that it happens could be unexpected for you. The Five of Cups. Okay, so with the Five of Cups, it definitely feels like there was some sort of loss here. But the thing that is so interesting with this particular Five of Cups, in the more traditional Five of Cups, there are 3 cups that are overturned. And obviously, as you can see in this one, there's only 2 cups that are overturned. So instead of having 2 cups to take with you on a different journey or a new journey, now you have 3. So whatever it is that you feel you lost here, or something that you missed out on, I feel like you're gaining more than what you're losing. And I feel like you're going to understand that at some point in time. And I feel that this is connected to the plot twist. And I'm not seeing exactly what it is. It could be because it's just going to vary so much between, everyone who's watching this, because it is a general reading. But I feel this is your plot twist, because you're very upset about this. It almost feels like you didn't catch what you thought you were going to catch, because there's a net here. So it's like if you set your net out into the world and you bring it back and these cups are empty, it's like, oh, why did I put all that effort into that? But the plot twist would be these 3 cups over here on this side. So it's almost like, and you say, oh, okay, well, that didn't work. And then you just kind of walk away from something, and then bam, just like that, something else appears here. And it's almost like a miracle. I really feel like it's unlocking this new beginning for you. I don't know how else to put it. So let's get another card and see if we get more information. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's some way or another, this plot twist is giving you a sense of independence that you didn't have before. It's giving you an even better idea. Yeah. Oh, it's all like connecting now. So remember here how I said there could be a flash of inspiration, a flash of insight. That's exactly what you get with the Five of Cups. Because here you're crying about the two cups here, and that's not what you were looking for. That's not what you wanted. But as soon as you turn around and see these three cups here, it's like, bam, that flash of inspiration, and it transforms you into the Queen of Wands. So it seemingly very quickly dry your tears here, and you're looking forward to what you do have instead of what you, excuse me, instead of what you didn't get here. And what else is it with this? So it's a better idea overall. This is exactly what you need to move forward. And see, that's it too. You don't just move forward, you spring forward. So instead of, if you had these two cups over here, something about it, it's not a complete picture of what you needed. You needed these three cups, but it's almost like you were waiting so long. You were like, oh, well, I don't care. This will do over here. Just give me something. But Spirit is saying, oh, but if you wait for this over here, it's going to be much, much better. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here with these two cards connected, the Five of Cups and the Queen of Wands. But you have something. You have a great idea, a great plan. Whatever it is worth something. So don't give up on this idea. So the Eight of Pentacles, yeah. So slow and steady is going to win the race here. I feel like as you're doing that, though, something comes to light. Because if you look at this face here, it's like, oh my gosh, a flash of inspiration that makes something that you were already working on even better. So whatever this is, yes, it's going to take a little while for things to come to fruition, but it also is going to be worth it. So if this has anything to do with making money or what else would it be? No, I feel like it's connected to money somehow. You're going to get there, okay? You are going to make money. It is going to take a little while, but you will be successful with whatever this idea is. So, yeah, listen to your intuition. The Ten of Wands. Okay, so here, look at how, I love how this is connected to the Ace of Wands. So remember with the Ace of Wands, I was saying how all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this door opens, okay? Well, that's happening because of this Five of Cups here. So here you're struggling. I mean, really struggling. Look at how this poor person here is like bent over and can hardly walk anymore. And I feel this was you, especially the expression on the face here, just struggling and wondering like, how much longer do I have to do this? I can't keep going on like this. But it's right below the Ace of Wands. When that door opens, you release this burden immediately. And then you just have this one wand here, which is all you need to go forward. Okay. The Four of Swords. See, you're resting now. You're resting now because you have gotten rid of this Ten of Wands. And things become much easier for you. I feel like you're exhausted. You are absolutely exhausted. So Spirit is saying, once you get this news, make sure you take a break. Make sure you take a nap, or make sure you take a weekend to do nothing or do something fun or something that can just kind of refresh and revive your energy. I'm also picking up that some of you want to give up on a dream that you have or a hope that you have, and Spirit is telling me that you're not going to have to give up. So for some of you, something's going to happen at the last minute. I'm seeing that with the Four of Swords and the Five of Wands here and the Ten of Wands. It's like at that moment when you feel like you cannot continue on anymore, something happens to shift everything. And that's when that door opens for you. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. You have the Hangman here. And I feel this is exactly what's been happening. You've been hanging out, waiting for something to happen. And it's very frustrating. But it is shifting for you. Look at, if you can see here, do you see the light here by the crown chakra? So you're receiving knowledge, you're receiving something. I mean, look at how similar it is. Let's do it that way. To the firefly, to that energy radiating around you. So something is shifting your perspective. And isn't it interesting that this is right below the Two of Swords, where here you were stuck, but I'm also seeing you grounded. For the most part, I feel some days are better than others because there is a sense of frustration with things taking so long here for you. But here, you know, if you can stay grounded and centered and really tap into your intuition instead of your ego, because your ego is the one who's going to say, oh no, things are locked down, things aren't going to move, I should just give up on this idea. Well, the thing is that the hangman receives answers, and the hangman is just on the verge of a transformation, a transition, which we were talking about with the firefly. So Spirit says hang in there. And even, you know, looking at this particular hangman, the hangman doesn't have anything tying the feet to the tree limb here. A lot of the hangman cards do have that, but this one doesn't. So your situation of waiting, it's temporary. Absolutely temporary. All right. The Page of Swords. See, I'm telling you, you're receiving some sort of communication or a letter in the mail or an email or something, and it's going to change everything. Now, there is something else here that I'm seeing where it's that feeling of being so frustrated with something and throwing things up in the air and saying, that's it, I'm done. And it's connected to the Five of Cups, where you threw your net out there and you got these two broken cups here instead of these three cups here, which is your dream. So I feel like something may need to be changed slightly, or you know, you were off by just a degree in the direction you were going or something like that. It is the slightest thing that could be off with the direction you're going or something you're looking for or the direction you're looking in or something like that. But that is shifting the inspiration, the clarity that you're receiving between the hangman and the Page of Swords. That's all you need. That is what you need to see very, very clearly the truth in your situation and where you need to go and what you need to be doing. The Death card. Okay, so remember I told you, or maybe I didn't tell you, but it was on my mind. The Hangman is number 12, so right before the Death card. And then here is the Death card that I was thinking about. So you have your butterfly here. So once again, you have another symbol of metamorphosis, transition, transformation. And I feel that you're transforming from the Ten of Wands, you're transforming from the Five of Cups into the Queen of Wands. So with the Queen of Wands, you're very powerful. You have a vision. You have what you need to get things done. The universe is shining down positive energy on you. This could even be a person that you meet who believes in you, who gives you a chance, who gives you an opportunity. And this is really you stepping forward and the universe ushering in that new beginning for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have the yellow flower and your card is turtle. All right, so I feel that there has been slow movement towards something, a goal that you have, or trying to achieve something, or waiting for something to happen. And with our title today, Springing Forward into New Beginnings, I feel that this slow movement is about to pick up for you. So I definitely feel like there's growth with something, and I feel whatever this is, it's very near and dear to your heart, something that you care about deeply, something that you really, really want to see happening, something that you're praying for and hoping for. And I do also see that things get easier for you, and definitely the pace is going to be picked up. So that's also going to make things easier for you. I do also feel that you're very protected. So this idea that you have this outcome that you want to see happen, it's very protected. In the sense that if it's taking longer than you would hope for, your positive outcome it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Just for one reason or another, it's a slow moving process. And I feel like there's just this one little thing that needs to happen in order for you to start seeing momentum or start to see some changes happening. And I feel like that's really not that far off for you. It feels like it's fairly close. Now, there could be little details that take a little bit longer, but it really feels like something is very close to happening for you. So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's look at your other cards. What can you tell us for group number 2, please? Springing forward into new beginnings. Oh, thank you. All right, let's look at this one that flew out of the deck. All right, so you have prosperity and abundance. This is amazing news because whatever it is that you're springing into, so I just saw a door opening for you. So this new beginning, it's going to lead you into prosperity and abundance. And if you look at this card, you see the garden around this person. I feel like that's exactly what you've been doing. I mean, metaphorically speaking, of course, where you've been tending to something. You've been putting so much time and so much effort into something, but this is something that you can't rush. You know, when you first plant the seeds in a garden, they're not going to sprout tomorrow, right? So this is something that's going to take some time, but I feel like you have been doing everything correctly. And I absolutely feel that your hard work is going to pay off for sure. And so if whatever this is that you're doing, if it has anything to do with finances or work or anything like that, I definitely see that there is an increase in finances that will be coming in for you. Some of you, I'm seeing that you've been working really, really hard to get a promotion at work or get noticed with something. Others of you, maybe you're starting your own business. And others of you, it has nothing to do with work. It's just for others of you, I feel you're going to be coming into money in a roundabout way. Based on like this situation, like it puts you in a place where in a roundabout way you end up on a different path or something like that. And then so you get what you want here, but then it kind of gets you on this other path so that you end up in a place that you didn't expect to be. Kind of like, let's say if you were planning on moving somewhere. And so your main goal wasn't to get a better paying job. Your main goal was just to move somewhere that you enjoy more than where you're living right now. And so you move to this new place, but then in this roundabout way, when you're looking for a job in the new place, you end up landing in the perfect place at the perfect time and getting a job that pays you a lot more than your previous job. So that's kind of what I mean by that. So let's see what else you have. Meditation for creativity. So some of you are working on a creative project. Whatever it is, I feel like it doesn't have to be creative, but whatever it is, you're putting your heart and soul into something. You're creating something. You're working very, very hard at something, and it really feels like you're going to see some results very, very soon. And I do feel like it feels like there's kind of like starts and stops where you may see some progress and then things slow down a little bit. And maybe you have to pause and take a look at things and see, you know, how are things looking? Do I need to change anything? And then things pick up again, and then things slow down. So you could be in one of the slower phases right now, especially because you have the turtle here. So it's not like you haven't made any progress at all. It just feels like at this point, you're hoping for things to change so that you're going into a phase of more production. instead of planning or waiting. All right, I feel like these are your cards. I feel like you have 3 cards. Receiving from angels, shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. Well, yeah, I feel like you absolutely are going to be receiving from your angels, the universe, your spirit guides, whatever it is. I feel that the universe is absolutely conspiring to help you out. And you could even be meeting someone that's going to help you spring forward into these new beginnings. That could be exactly what this is. Let's see what else you have here. Embarking on an adventure, I savor the wonders of the world. See, this is what I'm saying. You're about to take off. You're about to step into something that you've been waiting to see. You've been manifesting this. You've been working so hard for this, and it is going to happen. And so remember how I said here, you might be meeting someone who helps you along the way, or, who helps open a door for you, something like that. I'm getting that same energy here with embarking on an adventure, and it's because of the balloon here. So no, the balloon's not a person, but it's also a vehicle to get you from one place to another. So it's almost like if somebody opens the door for you and says, oh, here's this hot air balloon, this will get you where you want to go. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing with a person being connected to this somehow. So let's see what else you have. Planting seeds. This is amazing. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. So what have we been talking about over here with prosperity and abundance? I mean, I literally talked about you putting in all the hard work in your garden, and this is where it started, and this is exactly where it's going to end up. And see, you're absolutely putting in the hard work. It's not going to happen overnight. Some of you are going to be receiving communication soon. I feel like somebody is watching what you've been doing. So whatever you're doing, it hasn't gone unnoticed. And someone I feel is going to have some positive feedback for you or positive news, which that could be the person that I was seeing in these 2 cards as well. I also feel like, don't doubt yourself with how far, whatever your situation is, how far you can take it and how far it will end up growing and providing for you, because I feel that something is starting out very small and very slowly, but then it slowly but surely picks up pace and picks up speed. And then it really, really grows into something quite amazing for you. Okay, what is the most important thing you can tell us from this deck, please, regarding springing forward into new beginnings? You have number 11, number 11, serendipity, fated encounter. See, I'm telling you. I am telling you, there's someone along your path who's going to help you out. And I think it is going to be serendipitous. It's going to be, you're in the right place at the right time. Somebody sees what you're doing. Somebody admires what you're doing, your hard work, something you say, something like that. I'm also seeing for some of you, something is going to get picked up. So what I mean by that is like someone's going to pick up your idea and want to sponsor your idea. Someone's going to pick up like a book or a script, or like even maybe like if some of you have like a screenplay or something, and there's going to be some director or someone like that who wants to make a movie, or even for some of you, I'm seeing a documentary. Now, it doesn't have to be like that. I was just seeing those things specifically for some of you. So another, and also it's a good example when I say someone's like going to pick something up that you have. So it could also be like if you have a product or something like that, and you're trying to get it into the stores, and a massive, massive chain or something like that sees your idea and wants to put your product in the store. It could be something like that. It could be someone is picking up your resume and saying, oh my gosh, we need this person in our company. So yeah, something like that. So I definitely feel like there is a person connected to the situation for most of you. And it doesn't have to be where this person is continually in the mix of the situation. It could even be that you're out, maybe you're out for a glass of wine somewhere and you happen to have a casual conversation with someone and they plant a seed in your brain, which then that opens a door for you to move forward into this new beginning. What else would you like to say? Okay, goes that way, I think. All right, so let's see what we have for you. Okay, yeah, see, you have the Lover's card. I'm telling you, you're going to meet somebody, and it doesn't have to be romantic. For some of you, it could be romantic if that's what you're looking for here, but I feel for the majority of you, it is not romantic. It could be a partnership. So this could be a business partnership, similar to what I mentioned earlier. You will have a decision to make because I feel some of you will be presented with an offer or be presented with a contract or something like that. So yeah, you're going to have a decision to make. And what you want to do with this decision is really listen to your intuition, because you want to evaluate the relationship and the connection that you will have with this person or organization. Just because this is the first offer, or maybe not the first offer for some of you, it's the first offer for others of you. You've been waiting so long, you're like, oh, let me just take this. This is the best offer I've received so far. You don't have to accept this particular thing, because I feel that there is something else coming in if this one doesn't work out for you. But whatever this is, I'm telling you, the universe is guiding you towards something that's going to change the trajectory of this situation that you have going on here in a positive way. It's going to speed things up for you. And what is the other thing here? Oh, there's something else and it's not coming through yet. Well, okay, some of you may need to, okay, how do I say this? Okay, this is how it's coming through to me, and I'm going to say it this way because I think everybody kind of will be able to understand what I'm talking about, because I'm not sure how to put it into words other than this way. So you know how sometimes movie stars will get the back end where they don't necessarily take a salary up front, but they get the back end. So like, let's say they get 20% of the profits from the movie. And I don't know anything about, the percentages, but, just for argument's sake. So it's kind of like I see you doing work up front where you're not getting paid for it or something like that, but you will get even more if you wait it out for some reason. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. So here you have the Page of Cups. Yes, I'm telling you, you're going to meet somebody, have a conversation with somebody, and you look at something that they're offering or something they say or something clicks in your mind and you're like, oh, I never thought about it that way. Let me think about that. This is a very, 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 very positive omen. Do you see the butterfly wings here? This is exactly what helps transform things for you and gets things moving along a bit quicker for you. Okay, something else was just trying to come through. Yeah, I just see someone being out at some kind of social event. For some of you, it could be a networking event or something like that. All right, so the Strength card. This could be an unlikely pairing. I feel that, okay, with your plan, with your idea, whatever this is that you're doing, there could be someone else that you can bring into the situation that has a different perspective, someone who can help you along the way. But the two of you, even though you may come from different backgrounds or something like that, it's like you have strengths, this other person has strengths and weaknesses, same as you. but they're not the same strengths and weaknesses. So your weaknesses are not this other person's weaknesses. And so it works very, very well. And you both contribute a lot to the process of moving you along in one form or another. And like I said, this isn't necessarily going to be a partnership, like a long-term partnership. This could even be some sort of contract work or something where either you hire someone or someone hires you for something and it's short term, but it's exactly what you need to propel you forward into like the next phase of your plan that you have here. All right, the Five of Pentacles. So there's help along the way. There's absolutely help because I feel like you feel like there's no movement. You feel like no one's noticing something or things are going really, really slow. Definitely there's a sense of stagnancy that you might see in wintertime, right? But the Spirit is saying just be patient, wait it out, because that changing of seasons is happening soon. And then here, you know, this is all of the growth potential that you have coming up. So I am seeing that there is something that you can do in the meantime to be productive, which would basically be focusing on what you can do right now instead of focusing on when is this going to happen? What if it doesn't happen? And just kind of talking yourself into a frenzy, basically, and making up scenarios in your mind about what am I going to do if this doesn't work? And because Spirit is showing me that it is going to work. It's just, you know, this, you know, having patience. And I know that's so annoying to hear, but that's what I'm seeing here. Now, the other thing, so you have the Five of Pentacles here. These two people, it looks like they've been out in the cold for a while. They've been waiting for something to happen. It's very, very frustrating, feeling a sense of desperation, hopelessness, helplessness, all of those things. Well, look at this window right here. Typically in the traditional tarot card, this is like a church here. It's warm inside. There's help inside. There's assistance inside. Look at what's right above this, receiving from angels, okay? Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. So I definitely feel like help is on its way if you need help. And for others of you, it's not necessarily help. It's just an angel in human form coming to your rescue or noticing what you're doing. And for some of you, it's just someone who gives you a little push along. You know, maybe you've been stuck. Maybe you're the turtle here and you've been stuck behind this big, huge boulder and you don't realize that all you have to do is just go around the boulder and someone just kind of helps scoot you around the boulder. And then you're like, oh my gosh, now I can go to the ocean. You know, so something like that I feel is happening for you. Obviously, it's metaphorically speaking, but I am absolutely seeing a person being connected to your progress. The Knight of Pentacles, again, slow and steady, but look at how it's so interesting here because you have the soil again here, which looks so similar to you planting the seeds there. Doesn't that look similar? And this is what you're getting here. So you're on the right path. You have a great idea. You will be making money. Money will be coming into you. I know right now it looks like you may be low on funds. Maybe some of you will have like a mentor or you will have someone who can help you, kind of like pro bono, someone who doesn't get paid or they only get paid if you get paid. Maybe this person is the one who's going to get paid on the back end. Maybe you find an investor for something and they invest in your company and then you pay them back later. Ooh, that's possible too. Yeah, but this is a good idea. Okay, you're on the right path. Stick with it. Keep going. And I'm telling you, your hard work is going to pay off. The Wheel of Fortune, see? So yes, it's difficult right now. We can see that with the Five of Pentacles, but your fortune is changing. It's absolutely changing. I feel that you have done just about everything that you're supposed to do in your current situation, meaning that you've lined everything up, you've done the research, you've done all the hard work, you're on the verge of stepping into a new phase of this project that you have, and it's going to be a very prosperous time for you. This is a major turning point for you. Major turning point. And nothing is by chance. Nothing is by chance. You are in the right place at the right time to connect with the right people. You're on the right path. This is very powerful. There's something just on the tip of my tongue about your situation, and it's not quite coming through here, but there's a person involved. Okay, so you have the World card. Yes, this is what I was just talking about, the Wheel of Fortune. So you're getting multiple signs that you're coming out of a period of difficulty, of slow movement, of feeling like there's something, well, you know what it is? I feel there's something right on the tip of your tongue. You're right on the verge of figuring something out, but it's not quite there yet, because you look at this Five of Pentacles. These people seem to be unaware of this window right here, which is a major opportunity. And so it's not that you're not aware of an opportunity. For some of you, it could be right in front of your eyes and you're just not seeing it for what it is. For others of you, with the on the tip of my tongue and how I thought maybe it was you that's doing that, I feel like it's so close you can almost see it, but it hasn't quite materialized yet. So just keep that in mind, because you do have multiple cards here showing that you have a new beginning. So you're literally just about to spring forward from the old into the new here with the World card. So a new chapter is definitely upon you. And yes, this World card is right below the Lover's card when I was saying you're going to have to make a decision about something. You're going to make the right decision. You're being presented with an offer that is to your highest good. See, the Ace of Pentacles, this is you accepting that offer. This is also that offer showing up for you. And I feel it could be a little bit surprising. It's kind of like how I was saying, it could be right in front of you. And when you realize it's there, you're like, oh, okay, I didn't see that before, but it's literally right in front of me. Especially with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups together. Whatever this is, I'm getting such a positive energy to it. So when you first hear it or you first see it, you might be like, oh, okay, let me think about that. I'm not sure. But I feel that when you go home, or maybe you're already home, but when you can sit and really think about it, I get this card here where you're starting to think about all of the possibilities that this opportunity can bring you. And then you go from saying, oh, let me think about it, to, oh my gosh, I can't wait to connect with this person again. I hope the offer is still there. And it's like this great sense of excitement. This is an incredible new path for you. For some of you, this is going to be a new job opportunity, a new career direction. And then, like I said earlier, some of you have something that someone's going to pick up. And it's, you know what it feels like? It's that getting your foot in the door, which is exactly what you need to propel forward with this situation. The Queen of Cups. So I feel this is you contemplating this offer. This is you really doing a deep dive into whatever this is. Because see, remember here, the Page of Cups, you have this cup here. And it was presented to you with the Ace of Pentacles here. So it's definitely could be connected to work or some sort of opportunity, that you're literally going from the Page of Cups to the Queen of Cups with how you feel about this thing. So your passion for this, your interest in this, your curiosity, your excitement for whatever this is, it grows and grows and grows the more that you sit and think about it. And it seems to be exactly what you need to go forward, exactly what you've been looking for. The Three of Wands. Okay. Had I not said what I just said at the end of the Queen of Cups, I would be saying it now. This is exactly what you've been waiting for, exactly what you've been looking for. This is your opportunity. This is your big chance. This is a big opening for you. This is also your chance to prove to yourself that you can make this thing happen, that you can grow this, that you can be successful, you can be independent. You do not have to live in this sense of poverty, meaning for some of you, it literally is a lack of money. For others of you, it's poverty in the sense of not being happy with your current situation, feeling like you're not being productive or you're not feeling fulfilled. All of that is going away because of what is coming into you here. And also, you get this opportunity, and it feels like this is that thing that you need to jumpstart your career, to jumpstart something. So in the beginning, you may be expecting just one ship to come in, and you're like, oh, good, here it is. But then shortly up, you have two more coming in here on the Three of Wands. So I think it's going to be bigger than you expected, and it's going to grow into something that I just feel you're so excited and you're so happy that you went down this route, and you're so grateful for this serendipity card over here with the fated encounter. The Knight of Wands, yeah, you are just like full steam ahead. Just like I said, you start out a little cautious, thinking, okay, let me think about this. And then you almost can't contain your excitement. You are so excited. You want to get started. And there's so much growth. There's so much growth and so much movement. And didn't I say that, how did I say it? So it was with the turtle. So there's slow movement, and then something is happening that speeds up the process, that speeds something up. And look at what you have here. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, which I feel is you as the turtle, you know, working towards something, taking your time. And then this fated encounter happens and things speed up for you. Wow. I'm so curious what is going on for you here. All right. So, oh, you have the Judgment card. This is so exciting. So, okay. This is what I've been saying throughout this whole reading. Something happens to speed things up. And, oh my gosh. Receiving from angels. Remember here with the church in the background. And then you have another angel right here. This is like someone showing up or someone saying something to you, saying, hey, have you ever looked in this direction? Hey, look at this right here. Have you ever thought about this? Hey, look at this window right here. It's literally right there. Have you ever thought of doing it that way or going in that direction? Or you're doing great with this idea that you have, but have you ever thought of adding this one little extra touch? You know, something like that. And that is what you need to literally just, the sky's the limit with how far you can take this. So I wish you so much luck. It's very exciting. If you want to let me know what's going on here, I would love to know. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much. Hello, group number 3. You have the lavender flower, and your card is the elk. All right, so right away, the energy I'm getting from this card is kind of like an emperor energy, where there is something that you are creating in your life, and you're doing everything the right way. I feel that there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of work that's going into this, and it's absolutely going to pay off for you. So I really feel like some of you are making significant changes in your life, where you're taking leadership over your life, you're going in a new direction, you're wanting to really kind of grow something from the bottom up. So some of you could be starting a new company, some of you could be moving somewhere, some of you are making a change in your career. Some of you have decided to make some significant changes in your life, where you're kind of changing your friend group, you know, anything like that. I feel that you're becoming very, very independent, and you're taking like responsibility for making things happen in your life. So you're definitely moving forward with these plans that you have here. I'm getting a sense of confidence and courage going forward. I also feel like you're not getting in your own way. So it feels like you have the ability to take a time out and look at things. If something's not moving correctly or as quickly as you want, you can kind of evaluate things and see if you need to change anything within your plan. But I definitely feel like you're bringing a dream to life, and I do feel that there is progress, there's new growth coming in for you with this new beginning, and I am seeing money is going to increase for you. So let's look at your other cards. What else would you like to say to group number 3, please? Okay, this one. Prosperity and abundance. Didn't I tell you you're going to have financial growth? So absolutely. And I definitely feel like this is a good representation of what I was seeing when I was looking at your elk card over here. It's like you had a plan, and I feel like there's a lot of precision with this plan. I feel that things are coming together beautifully, pretty much exactly as you would have hoped for. And yeah, I absolutely see money is coming in to your life. And I feel also that there seems to be something here where it seems like some part of your plan, if it does have something to do with money, you are making money even when you're not working at it. So this could be some sort of investment, or it could be where you do something one time and then you put it out there and then people are buying that product or something like that. Like, let's say if you have a service or something like that, like maybe you make a video and you put it out there, and then it's not just for one person, but multiple people can watch this video, and you made it one time. So something like that. It could be like a monthly payment that you have for something. That's also something that I'm seeing. And that's not for all of you, but for some of you, I did see kind of like a reoccurring payment that other people pay you, but you only do this thing one time. It could also be investing your money in like the stock market or in some sort of product or something like that, where your money just continues to grow and grow and grow. But you only took one action and it's still growing. All right, make a move. Yes, 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 yes. So yeah, I definitely feel like you have made moves, but I feel that there's a move coming up fairly soon that is literally going to spring you forward into these new beginnings. So I feel like you're pretty much ready to make this move, even if you feel like you're not. I feel like things are coming together for you. It definitely feels like the universe is ready for this move. So you're ready, and the universe is also ready for you to make some sort of movement forward, or taking some sort of action with your plan. Because you know how I think I said this, how I really get the energy that you stop when you need to stop. You evaluate things when you need to evaluate things. So you seem to have a very critical mind regarding the situation. And you may have been kind of sitting still for a minute, waiting for the right time to make a move. But yeah, it's time, or it will be very soon. All right, what else would you like to say to group number 3? Standing firm, I am noble, brave, and strong. Yeah, I believe I said similar things to this when we were first looking at your elk card. So yeah, I mean, I really feel like you are making your mark in the world. You're creating something, you're doing something that is going to be quite the achievement, absolutely. And I feel you're also rising above some sort of difficulty that you had. So maybe you had difficulties with this particular situation, or maybe you had to overcome things so that you could step into this situation. But I definitely feel like you're not backing down from this. You're going to keep working on this until it works out for you. And you are absolutely going to be making progress. I feel you're also making a name for yourself. And remember how I said it feels like you're taking ownership of your life. You're making things happen. You're taking the lead with something. You're not waiting for something to happen to you. You're going out there and making it happen. That's what I'm seeing here. Looking deeper, deep within me is a majestic radiance. Yeah, it feels like you have some sort of gift or something that you are taking advantage of. So definitely you have a great gift of, it feels like analyzing things and planning things and making things happen. So you have this great ability to build things, to create a plan and implementing that plan and bringing that plan to fruition. For sure, you have all of those things, but I feel there is something else. This could be brilliant idea that you have. This could be an amazing plan that you have. Whatever it is, I feel this is where it started. It started with this idea and it grew into something quite amazing. And it's going to continue to grow as well. I just really feel you're going to be very successful with whatever this is. What is the most important thing from this deck that group number 3 hears today, please? Oh, okay, you have 2. So you have number 19, cut off, let go of what no longer serves you. Oh, interesting. Okay. So are we going to get more information from this? For some of you, this is a person. For some of you, there's a person who's blocking your light. Ew. Yeah. Ooh, someone has a really negative energy, I'm feeling. Yeah, some of you are going to have to cut someone off. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody dim your idea. This is a great idea. Yeah. I feel some of you, if you've had difficulty with moving forward with an idea and it's just not taking off, some of you need to trim the edges a little bit. Some of you need to cut out a piece of the plan and replace it with something. And even though, I mean, I know you put a lot of work into this already, but Spirit is telling me that that could be exactly what you need to get this, I'm hearing get this program off the ground. I don't know if that's quite the right word, but yeah, just keep that in mind. So let's see if we get more information about that. So we have number 43, thoughts, cultivate your ideas. Okay, well, now I'm getting another piece of information. Some of you need to cut off your negative thinking, and because that no longer serves you, as we see here. Cultivate your ideas, not your negative thinking. So I really feel like some of you may be second guessing yourselves, which is interesting because I'm not seeing that energy coming out in the other cards here, but some of you may have a fear of success, or some of you may have imposter syndrome, or maybe someone over here said that your idea is ridiculous and you should just stop even thinking about that idea. But really what you need to do is stop thinking about this person who told you that over here, and, you know, whatever you need to do with that situation, whether you cut them off or not, that is your choice. But you want to focus on this here and not what is blocking you from your thoughts. So if you're about to take a leap of faith with something, don't let fear hold you back. If somebody is saying something negative to you, don't let that hold you back. Cultivate the positive. What else would you like to say to group number 3 today? We're looking at springing forward into these new beginnings. And something is drawing my attention also with make a move and cut off. Let go of what no longer serves you. Some of you are going to have to take a leap of faith with letting go of a safety net. And I don't recommend that if it's not practical, right? So do that with your own, listen to your intuition about that. But I am seeing some of you need to cut something off in order to welcome in something that's going to help propel you forward, which would be like that springing forward energy that I'm feeling here. All right, let's see what we have here. So you have the 6 of Cups. I feel whatever this is that you are working on, whatever your goal is here, I feel this is something that lives within you. I feel this is something that, like, everything in your life so far brought you up to this moment. I also feel some of you have had the idea or the thought to pursue this particular thing for quite some time now. I feel this is a dream of yours that is very close to your heart. I feel it's going to be very, very fulfilling. And I do also feel that something could be falling in your lap as soon as you make a move here, that's going to spring you forward, that's going to bring about this new beginning for you. So it's, for you, I feel you already have the idea, you already have the concept. And some of you are further along than others, but and maybe some of you don't have the idea yet. Maybe that's exactly what's going to fall in your lap, is the idea. And then you're going to pretty quickly move into pursuing this idea over here. But I feel like a lot of you already have this idea and you've already made some progress with pursuing this idea. And maybe because it's so embedded in your soul, that's why I'm picking up that everybody already has this idea. But some of you, I suppose, maybe don't have the idea yet subconsciously, but it's coming up to your conscious. So just pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your dreams, pay absolutely close attention to your intuition. And there could also be someone who comes back into your life who could have some sort of significance. So someone from the past, or maybe it's a conversation you have with someone from the past, but it really helps you moving forward with this idea. All right, so here you have the Five of Wands. So something I'm getting from this card is that it's time for you to stop planning and start doing. So it's time for you to start taking action with something. And it's interesting that this is below make a move, because what I'm seeing here is you could go around and around and around and around in your mind about tweaking this and changing this and doing this differently and making sure this is perfect. But the thing is, that doesn't serve you. At some point, you need to just get started. You need to just put it out there, and it's not going to be perfect in the beginning, but you will work toward this. Like, you're going to be polishing something, you're going to be making something better, but you can't do that until you just jump in and do it, right? And you may make some mistakes, but that's all part of the learning process. So yeah, maybe this is what you need to let go of as well, is perfection. Some of you, the Sun card. Why do I feel like we had the Sun card already? That's so weird. Why am I feeling like I have deja vu here? I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why, but you have the Sun card here. So remember how I said, though, someone from your past might be coming back, or this could be an idea from your past. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. This could be an idea from your past that comes back. Maybe you had an idea many, many years ago, or maybe even in a past life, and you're starting to reconnect with that idea. And you're like, oh yeah, I should do that. This would be a great time for me to pursue this particular idea. Whatever it is, I feel that there is a connection that is being made here. So whether this is a connection with another person, which when I say connection, it doesn't have to be romantic. It certainly could be if that fits into your situation. But a connection with an idea, a connection with a person, place, thing, or situation, which then I feel like this right here, this archway here is kind of like a doorway. So you take these steps here. So here you're thinking about things, you're planning things, and then here you take these steps and you go through this little archway here, which then springs you forward into these new beginnings. And so I feel with these new beginnings, there's a lot of growth. You really see that your efforts are paying off, and I feel that you just feel even more excitement and dedication and more courage to keep moving forward. The Hermit. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. It's time to come out of the hermit mode. It's time to make a move. It's time to put your thoughts into actions. See, it's time to cultivate your ideas. Enough of the planning, enough of the waiting for the perfect time. I'm saying that for Spirit is saying that. So you take your time, you do it when you're ready, but Spirit is saying don't ignore the signs when it is time for you to cultivate your ideas and actually start taking action on these ideas. Because what I'm seeing here is that time is coming up pretty quickly for you. So it definitely feels like if you've been waiting for something to let you know when you're ready, that's happening soon for you. You have the Strength card. See, things are coming together for you here. Things are absolutely coming together. I feel like, see what is going on here? Do you see how here you're receiving something, here there's like an agreement, and then here you're making progress with that agreement? So your ideas are coming together. Your ideas are gaining strength. You have what it takes to see this idea through. And you see here, I am noble, brave, and strong, standing firm. That's the energy that I'm getting here with the Strength card as well. And I do feel like there's absolutely an emotional connection that you have with this particular situation that you have going on here. And I feel that that's going to continue to grow. And I feel also that the more you get into this situation, the more that you are going to know beyond a doubt that you are on the right path. And it feels like you're finding exactly what you set out to find. You're finding exactly what will bring you happiness, exactly what you need in your life to live a fulfilling life. So you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely an energy going on here of feeling like you can't move forward for one reason or another. And I'm not sure why, because I'm seeing from from Spirit's perspective, I'm seeing that everything is aligning beautifully for you. So for some of you, it's, a fear of failure. It's a fear of how will people perceive me? What if someone doesn't like my idea or what I'm doing, or what if it doesn't work out? Well, remember your card over here with the scissors where it says cut off, let go of what no longer serves you. And then look at this here. I feel like we need to take those scissors and cut off this binding material here, because it's time for you to move on from here, right? It's time for you to make a move. So I feel like it's like when you're about to take a leap of faith and you kind of run to the edge of the cliff and then you're like, whoa, and you back up. And then you run to the edge of the cliff again and you almost jump, but then you're like, oh, no, I'm not ready. And it's like repetitively doing that. I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. But what Spirit is showing me is that as soon as you free yourself from any limiting beliefs or from feeling like you're not ready and you step forward, what I'm seeing is what I saw here with the Strength card. Well, part of what I saw with the Strength card is that you see how it just works. Everything just seems to fall into place for you. And I feel that you need to allow yourself to spring forward into these new beginnings. Or if something or someone is holding you back and it's not your thoughts, remember the cutoff card here. Let go of what no longer serves you. And I'm just going to leave it there. All right, so the Seven of Swords. Yes, I feel some of you have imposter syndrome. Some of you are worried about taking a leap of faith. You're worried about, some of you tried to do something in the past and it didn't work out for you. And so now you're worried, well, what if this doesn't work out either? Some of you, this might have something to do with you're kind of questioning if you should accept a new job or a new position for one reason or another. This could have something to do with going back to a previous company or something like that. Very, very specific. But I am seeing that for some of you. So let's evaluate what's going on here. So I feel it would be best for you to, okay, if there is a partnership that you are contemplating here if there's a partnership on any level, what you need to pay attention to is, do you keep your independence by entering into this partnership? Whatever it is, do you keep your independence, or would somebody have control over you and your ideas? If someone or something would be able to take ownership or creative control or any kind of control over the direction that you want to go, Spirit says to definitely think about that. Don't just jump into something, think about that, because the important thing here with the Elk card is that you are in control. You are the one bringing this whole thing to life. Now, if someone says, hey, why don't you come back to our company and work for us, and we're going to let you run your own department. Okay, well, then think about that, right? So there has to be some level of freedom for you to do things your way. It doesn't have to be 100% freedom, but just think about that. Like, let's say if you have some sort, like, let's say if you're going to sell a book or something like that, and they're saying, okay, well, yeah, we're going to buy your book, but we want you to change, 80% of the ending, or change 80% in this one chapter, or, whatever it is. And if you don't agree with that, then that's not you being in control. If they say, well, there's like 10% that we want to change, or we want to do this or that, well, then think about that, right? As long as you have the majority of the control in the situation. So yeah, that's the other thing that I was seeing here. All right, so the Page of Wands. Yeah, see, you have an amazing idea. You have an amazing idea. I just get the feeling that some of you there's some sort of distraction here. And for some of you, it's your own mind playing tricks on you. And then others of you, it's some kind of outside force that is preventing you from committing to something going forward. And I feel that's exactly what needs to be cut off here. So it's going to be different for each of you watching this. But Spirit says stand firm in who you are, in your independence, and this idea, because if anything is trying to prevent you from moving forward with this idea, that thing is probably not meant for you, because what is meant for you is this idea that you have. Now, some of you will need to change something slightly within this idea, but it would be, I feel, at most 20% of the idea. It's definitely not 80% of the idea. Yeah, so yeah, there's a very interesting dynamic here. It feels like something is trying to hold you back from your true potential. And like I said, some of you, that's your own mind playing tricks on you. It's like your ego talking to you. And others of you, it could be a person trying to hold you back, because someone may feel like you're like leaving them in the dust, like you're going to be successful with this other person isn't. And it's like, well, I'm not going to not be successful because you're not successful. You know what I mean? So yeah, something interesting is going on here with a person. Okay. So you have the Two of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, it definitely feels like some of you, it would be good for you to slowly ease into this, because some of you do have a fear of, it could be finances. It could be that you want to start something on your own, but you can't quite quit your job. So you're going to do two things at once. I'm seeing that will work for you. You can absolutely make that happen. And then slowly but surely you can let one thing go, right? Remember, you can cut something off that no longer serves you. So if it serves you for the time being, where you have one foot in the past and one foot in the present, then by all means, don't cut it off yet. But at that point where, using the example of a job, at that point where you're making enough money with your own business to let go of your day job, then let it go. So don't let it go before you're ready, no matter what it is. But also, don't use that thing as a crutch because you're too afraid to step out on your own, but only when you're ready. Because here with number 19, right, this corresponds to the Sun card. And so the universe is shining down on you to cut something off that would otherwise hold you back, but when you're ready. The Two of Wands, yeah, see, here's that decision that you're going to have to make. Because here, Two of Pentacles, you're doing two things at once. At some point in time, you're going to have to make a decision to cut something off or not. And you're cultivating your ideas right here. It's not someone else's ideas, it's your ideas. So don't take this decision lightly. You want to stand firm with what you're doing and where you're going, but you also want to do this with a clear mind when you're making these decisions. And you're going to make the right move. the Ten of Wands. Yeah, do you see how something is holding you back from your true potential? So a struggle, so let's say if you're doing two things at once, this struggle is not going to last forever. And it's really interesting to me that you have the Ten of Wands here, and then you have the Strength card here. So Spirit is saying that the struggle that you're going through to get something off the ground, it's not going to last forever. And that you have the strength, right? Remember here, you have strength in two places, right here and right here. I am noble, brave, and strong. So you have the strength to get through the struggle. And I do feel once you have the success right here, you're going to appreciate the struggle. You're going to appreciate that you stuck with it. You're going to really appreciate the fact that you didn't give up on those days that you had had enough and you didn't want to do it anymore. So I do see you sticking through it. And I see that this is coming. So this right here, this struggle, you're springing forward away from this into a new beginning. So let's look at your last card. Yes, you have the Knight of Wands. This is literally what I was just saying. You're springing forward, which is our title today, from this here where there's a struggle. It's like, you know, when is this going to get easier? Well, it gets easier right here. You don't have any blockages. Look, you only have your one wand here instead of having 10 wands. You have figured out the secret to moving forward. There's a huge transformation that's on its way to you. This is your new beginning. This is you figuring out kind of like the beginning phases of something where there's trial and error. You have to scrap all your plans and start all over again. You're waiting and waiting and waiting for your vision to come to fruition after you've put in all of this hard work. Well, with the Knight of Wands, I feel that you have worked through the problems that you had here. What you have done, look at these two cards, the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. What you have done here in the Knight of Wands is you have cut off anything that was limiting you here. See, the Knight of Wands is a very quick moving card. And the Knight of Wands does not like anything holding it back. Exactly what you had going on here. So you've fixed the problem, whatever the problem may be, whether it's a person, it's an idea, it was your anxiety, you were waiting for something to happen, it has been fixed here and you're moving ahead rather quickly here. This is the fastest night, or one of the fastest nights in the deck. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped you. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.